neighbors. And the biographer was basically saying he wants to be part of the culture, he wants to be part of the group, but he also kind of wants to be a rebel in his own way. And I think that, George, that's very telling. I think he's going to treat DC very much in the same way. He's going to want to be part of it, but he's going to want to do things his way. In fact, tonight, one of the songs he's dancing to is My Way with Melania, which will be so incredible.
My Way, but as we heard, Paul Anka, who wrote it for Frank Sinatra back in 1968, chose not to come, citing family reasons. This is irritated the president, we should say. The fact that a lot of members of the artistic community, singers, actors, chose to stay away, boycott this inaugural. And that did get to him. I think it's one of the reasons, Tom, that he enjoyed yesterday afternoon so much in the Lincoln Memorial, even though he did say it had never been done before, which of course it had.
George, and you got to remember, this was a huge issue on the campaign trail. You remember when Hillary Clinton brought out Beyonce and Jay-Z, you know, Donald Trump tried to say that he didn't need those big celebrities, but he really didn't have that star power. Eventually, you know, he didn't need it. But I'll never forget, we went to one of his last rallies in Florida, and the opening act was Joe Piscopo. Nothing to take away from Joe Piscopo, who's a comedian and so talented, but it was Joe Piscopo versus Beyonce and Jay-Z. But look, you know what? It worked for him. And but you're right, he does have this problem because he does love celebrity culture. He is so in touch with it. That's why he loves when he's on the cover of magazines. That's why, look, we've been at Trump Tower, and we've seen him trot out Kanye West, Steve Harvey, all these sort of random celebrities that have come to kind of meet him, but he wants to make it a point that he wants to be seen with these people. So, George, yes, it is very important to him.
It is important to him, but Terry Moretti's also turned that necessity into a political virtue at times, picking fights with Hollywood when necessary.
It's a great foil for any Republican, for any conservative, and Hollywood doesn't do itself any favors sometimes. Yeah, they're almost unanimously against Donald Trump, it seems, certainly. And there was a line where Meryl Streep gave a very moving speech about her opposition to Donald Trump in a very gentle way, but she went out of her way, it seemed, to insult people who like professional football and the mixed martial arts. That's not the kind of thing that will advance their cause. And he has an instinct for those. But I'm reminded of one image from his life as he walks to the White House, now his home. And it's that image that he talks about. Grew up in Queens, that's where his father's business was, but he looked across the East River as a young man and said, I'm going to conquer Manhattan, I'm going to take Manhattan, against his father's advice. And that kind of willpower, that kind of sense of being an outsider with a great big chip on his shoulder is something he brings to 1600.
And now he's taken Washington as well. You mentioned mixed martial arts. Undoubtedly, the first president of the United States who's ever more or less competed in a professional wrestling match, and his head of Small Business Administration, Linda McMahon, is of course the head of that as well, and looks like she's going to get confirmed, Martha.
It looks like she is. We met her during the convention, ran into her at an ice cream shop at the convention, and she's a big Donald Trump fan. If you look back in the old YouTube videos of Donald Trump and Linda McMahon and her husband in the ring, they're pretty amusing.
Matthew Daddy brings to the point, not only inside his White House staff, as you were talking about before, but the generals aside, many of the people he's picked for the cabinet are also Washington outsiders.
Almost everybody he's picked for the cabinet. There's some exceptions, a congressman, others that have been somewhat involved, but almost his senior staff don't have any Washington experience in the government. Many of his key officials have no experience in the government. So he ran on that platform, ran on the idea we need outsiders, and he's filled his White House with most of them.
And he's hoping that the skills that brought him to the White House are ones that are also going to help him succeed in the White House. All presidents, Mark Updegrove, start out that way. They start out saying, you know, listen, I'm the one who won Barack Obama. We'll always be surrounded by all those people. You guys are all so smart. How come you didn't get elected? Presidents come into office with that pride, that confidence.
That's absolutely right. And you think about Ronald Reagan, for instance. We talked about Donald Trump going into the professional wrestling ring, but there was Ronald Reagan who did a movie with a chip, Bedtime for Bonzo, rather. And he came into Washington, Ronald Reagan, as an outsider, but he quickly learned that you have to learn the game. And he reached across the aisle and he got things done because he understood Washington and he conformed in many